And hello, and welcome back. I don't know what day this will be, but it is a craft and chat. We are doing a quick, sort of Podgy multimedia play with some stuff. We need to create, more goodies. Sit, Kiki. Sit. Sorry, Kitty wants to get into things she's not supposed to get into. And we're just going to get to it today. We are just working our way through. I have this bright colored tie-dye thing that the girls worked on. And I figured I would just see if we can tone it down a little bit because it's very bright. Sort of like if we were going to, I don't know, what have you guys been doing? I've been using that cool white spackly stuff. So I figured I just have white acrylics and we're gonna, so especially some of the red stuff, we're gonna lighten it up just a little bit. Right? And I don't know what to do with it though, because it's a very odd shape. I have to decide, hi Kiki, where to, she's gonna get, where we want to put it. Like what, and it's a weird shape. So I don't know if I have a spot that really makes a difference, to put it, or whether I need to border it, or whether I need to do something else with it. So definitely wanted to tone it down. Right, but I also want to go back in spots and like add distressed inks to it. Right, we're just gonna keep making a mess out of it. Add glitter to it. We're gonna do it, and then I'll have to decide whether I'm cutting it in half. Oh, I needed that little pocket in one of my pieces, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, we are making messes today. We are Mod Podging. I'm almost done. We had Mod Podged on. I went ahead and put some of I'll show you guys. I went ahead, this is the outcome of the tea-dyed crinkled parchment paper, right? It looks really cool. I have a really good sheet that I want to scan in because I always love having fabrics and papers and distressed items to scan in. They're great for backgrounds and textures. So I have a good piece that I'm going to scan in and then I get to play with that. But I think this is going to be fun just to scrap with and added stuff. So we've got that on one end of a bunch of playing cards, and then I grabbed one of my paper strip on the back end because the playing cards are like a California lottery card. My grandmother had them since like the 70s, and so I'm like, no, and but they're not great. So you know, if I don't do anything right, I just don't know if that's gonna make it like dirtier. Is it still wet? Probably. My luck, the paint's not dry. It's acrylic paint, so it should dry pretty quickly. But we're also dealing with the fact that it is a lot colder outside than I like it to be. So thank you all for joining. Hopefully Tuesday's video wasn't too bad. It was a little long. It was just over an hour. But we got that pocket done, so that was sort of a good thing. Right? Mine is what we put in it, which, yeah, this is sort of what I'm doing right now. I'm sort of building to see what pieces of ephemera I do have and which ones I need to add to, tweak, work, make more to fill just that journal. I'm a little worried. I'm not going to have enough ephemera to fill all these journals. Let's put some, I need, the next thought would be to put actual stencils of stuff. Do some leaves. I've done a lot of flowers. What if we actually stenciled in some actual leaves? Not just green, but like stenciled them in. We're getting crafty today. I'm not very patient though, so we'll see how this works. Well, let's see how this works, because I'm like, the paint may not be fully dry, but that's not bad either. As long as I don't ruin any of my stencil, my brushes in any way. But it is acrylic paint, which is supposed to dry pretty quickly, and I did put that on pretty. Ooh, that's sort of cool. Alright, well that does work. Ooh, I like it. Alright, so let's do some different green. So we're going to make it bigger maybe. Let's do some bigger green, darker green things. Hopefully this isn't camera. Nope. Sorry about that. Yeah, here we go again. Oh, so hopefully my new little thing has mailed out, so we'll have to try that probably the following week. I don't think I will have a new setup in time, you know, for anything too. I think we're going to keep sort of going in different directions. But we're multimedia, doing multimedia. We're just playing with all kinds of different things, seeing what does and doesn't work, what I want to do to make, you know, what I have doable and exciting. And of course, everything's botanical, so we want to sort of keep to that. But I have a cute idea for the playing cards, so I'm giving it a few more minutes to let the back dry. Oh, I'm liking. All right. Of course, I'm going to make this really cute, and then I'm going to have to cut it up. Now, I could still cut it in half and make it worthwhile. That's not a big deal. I really want to white out more of the front and back. Don't know why. I probably did the kid. I probably terribly regret that, but what I could do then is sponge it out. Right? Sort of speckled, press down, make sure it gets like washed and dried, and you know, we're just gonna keep layering. And that one's toast. Oh my goodness. Okay, I need a new washcloth. I'm like, I need a new thingy. Girl, good girl. My kitty cat went back to her spot. She went, mommy's playing with weird things that are not so great. They're stinky. I guess I could have speckled that too. Or let's see, now that it's a little wet, like, can I get it to totally killing a brush? I know. These are Dollar Tree brushes. It's not the end of the world. Let's see if I can get, there we go. Cross hatchet for texture. Not so much that I'm trying to, okay. And then I could put a flower in the middle. Could just dress a flower in the middle, and then like that would, the big ol', whether I cut it or not, let that dry. So we're just playing with the card that we have, whether we keep it as is, whether we shrink it down. It'd be sort of pretty to cut, if I have a big spot, which I might have a big spot coming up in that journal. Being 9x16, sometimes we have really odd spots. Ooh, it's paint and goo. All right. We're going to want to, I found a dry one. We're going to want to, you know, maybe fill in very interesting sized pockets. This might just work. Back's, you know, messy, but I can always put a piece of paper on the back of that if I want to make it a writing spot. All right. So do I distress it? Green's pretty, but it's not going to show up, I don't think. So what I'm thinking is, let's do this. I mean, I have a pink, but again, I don't think that's going to show up. It's really pale. Might not match. I'm going to mix these. Oh, bad. I know better. This pink's almost out, I think. Let's see what it does. Let's see what we get over a damp water. All right. I'm probably going to have to, I can't move anything. Oh, but I can see the difference, so. Oh, how fun. I don't know. Why not, ladies and gentlemen? I am using everything I've got and then some. Well, there we go. Sort of peachy color. Pink and the two together with over the white. Helps tone down the... It definitely helps tone everything down. Oh, there's cute. I don't know. That works for me. We'll see where we end up. I might end up bordering it with something, with another, what's the word? Oh, a piece of paper, you know, and that'll help. Is this the green one? I don't even know I don't think they even say what color they are on the front anymore. Whoops. I don't know. They may not be the same. Yeah, no, I have no clue. It's in a different language. I'm like, works for me. All right. Well, that's sort of cute. That speckles it. Doesn't mean it's so obvious. And then if I wanted to, I could add more glitter on top of that. But let's see where I decide to put it before I enhance it any more than I already have, because you never know what you're going to do with it. But that is definitely a step closer in the right direction. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun once we figure out what pocket to put that in. Ooh, how fun. But okay, so that's a start. And we'll let that dry a little bit. Step in the right direction. That's cute. You guys can see that, right? I've lost my mind. Okay. All right, so there's that. Get some of the ink off. How are we all doing? know, it's only been 2 days. It's not like it's been very long. I'm assuming this is going out on Thursday. Sort of one of those things that was in the groove, so I decided to keep going. So I don't really know exactly which day. We'll see. Normally it would be another journal, but I felt like we had a point where I have to still put a lot of papers in the skinny journal before I can do anything else to it. So what I did was, I took that paper over the playing cards, and I put some paper from my new kit on the back, because it's still blues and pinks, and it still goes in the botanical kit. And sorry about this. This was just to weigh it down, so that they don't fold. Anything, usually anytime I get a, what's the word? Sorry. Oh. Anytime I get Mod Podge, it seems to have an issue. So we're going to cut these out. And then we're going to tear, over this embossed thing we did the other day. We're going to tear 2 corners and 1 bottom. And we're going to make little flower pot, like, journal cards. I feel like that works for me. I have all these vellum, they're not sticking. I have a bunch of vellum based flowers, and I thought, well, it's something that's light, not a big deal. We can totally, like, let's see, I can barely see these, but it's alright. My only downside is that they're not sticking. So just the Mod Podge on the parchment paper is not staying at all. Oof. Okay. Well, it was a thought. So now we're going to go with the glitter glue, maybe around the edges, and we're going to cinch it down. Maybe in some spots, but it is parchment paper, and it's a, parchment paper can be, it shouldn't be waxy, but I noticed the newest one I bought seems a little waxier than I expected. I really didn't expect it to be as waxy as it was. So, for a parchment paper, I didn't expect it, right? So, and I thought I had enough Mod Podge, but maybe not. It's alright. We'll glue down the edges like I always do. We'll round the corners with my rounder, and so we can keep the playing card and look really nicely backed where you can write a little gratitude or something on the back. But I think they'll be pretty. I think they'll be pretty when I'm done. I gotta get that roundness back in place. I'm just trying to find the indent where the card is. I'm like, where did my indent go? So hopefully this will be quick and easy. But yeah, I know I've been watching Miss Crafty Cat, Miss Amy, do some really cute cards lately, or some playing cards. I started doing a big one the other day, and that's what made me think of it, I guess. And then other ephemera cards and stuff, which have been really cute. So I was like, well, I should probably pull out some of my multimedia stuff and see what we can put together. I haven't done any playing cards in a while. I did them for fall 2 years ago. I didn't do them this year, but I did them, and I think I did create a really cute oh, more scraps. Yay, more scraps. Gosh, we just did a scrappy whatever to get rid of this concept. So we'll hold on to them. We might use them elsewhere. Oh, it never ends. And the funny thing is I pulled out like a scrappy box. And I pulled out, I started pulling the stuff out. Now I Mod Podged the paper to the back of the card. And that seemed to be okay. So far, so good. But yeah, the parchment paper's not sticking. I'm sort of shocked. The stain is sticking, surprisingly, but not so much the paper itself. Maybe due to the tea on it, maybe it's making it an interesting consistency. Alright. We'll keep playing with it. We're going to keep working it. That was the start, even though it is a matted glossy, or a matted, good lord, I can't talk. And see, I didn't cut these well at all. Oh, geez, I apparently cut right into them. It's a matted Mod Podge, but there's a gloss to it. And I don't know if there's a gloss to it due to the... They do the paper. I think it's the wax paper. It has nothing to do with the Mod Podge, I don't think. But we'll keep working on that and keep getting that to go out. So I got them all cut and glued. So, then it gives me, scrap paper. I knew it was an extra piece I had printed to begin with. It had a malfunction when it printed, so, You use it. You do something with it. Okay. Okay, so that's drying. That actually turned out really cute. I'm like, oh, that really turned out really cute, though. I'm really stoked about that one. Alright, so the goal, and of course I'm going to be gluing on other things. Let's do that. But let's get the corners cut first, I think, so that I have something to work with, and then we'll see if it holds out. Oh, a lot going on there. Even these guys are struggling a little bit. There we go. So let's see what else. I don't know. Weather's weather, and projects are projects. And you know, if you are seeing this on a Thursday, can't believe it. The week has gone by already. As far as I'm considered, like once you get to Thursday, you're like, it's just a matter of time before it's Friday, and then it's the weekend, and then before you know it, you're back to Monday, and you're like, oh my gosh, where did the time fly? I know it's gonna be crazy. It just is. Ugh. All right, where's that? This works pretty good. I know it's working better than, say, my little one would be. My little, or not. My little, I have a little creative memory one, and that only does barely a piece of paper. Like, there's any glue anywhere, forget it. It will not cut it whatsoever. So we'll definitely distress around the edges because we're going to need it. That's not too bad. So this would have been sort of fun maybe to do it live on, because then I could be like, hey, I'm designing and you guys are chiming in and keep the ball rolling. Tell me what to talk about. But I know a lot of people don't want to listen to just music either, so actually my music's off completely right now. I don't have it on at all. And I'm wondering, oh, maybe I should have it on. I don't know. Okay. It keeps folding underneath me as I'm trying to cut it. Got my smaller scissors so that I can get in here cleanly, but ta-da. I don't know. It's trying to help level out the fact that I also don't have it probably perfectly cut either. You definitely are going to want to distress it. That is a given. So I give a nice tint to the edges. That one cut pretty good. That's the other thing. I don't even know where all these cuts go. Like, most of the cuts I think come out, but there must be. Aha! I might have to clean that out. I'm like, I don't use it that often. Like I said, I really do have my little creative memory one that I like, but it's getting harder to use because it just doesn't want to cut through all this. Using multimedia, like, you don't get to use a tiny little cutter. Oh, it works good enough, right? Okay. So here we go. Tone down the white and bright colored cards. Let's get some. I almost want to put a little white on those. I wish I had that spackle stuff. I guess that's what I want to think of. It's gesso. Is it gesso? Yeah, I think that one's gesso. Don't have gesso. Don't have gesso. Don't have that spackling stuff. Not spackling, the glittery stuff. A lot of stuff I don't have. But I'll get it, and then, like, something will happen, and I won't use it. I'm like, well, I get crafty. I'm like, well, what else do I have? Like, I'm okay using glitter, you know, I'm glitter and glitter glue. I'm okay using white paint, if that's what sort of gets the idea across. I think what we'll do is actually we'll splatter white paint, I think, on these when they're done. How's that? We'll try it that way and see how they turn out. Because we're doing a flower pot, garden pot, garden bed. There we go. Garden flower bed effect on these, I think. That's the thought in my head with the 3D spackled or 3D thing, using the words. Which, yeah, I've gotten a bunch of ideas on that. If you watched me through my stressing out on trying how to use the more 3D one, Laura did mention putting it in backwards the other way to see if it's had to do with the bend in the thing. And I think thicker paper. She goes, put a thicker paper in there, put a couple pieces of paper in there, and make sure that so that the one you want is on top, and it might work too. So there were some ways to do it, because my Big Shot does not adjust on the bottom. Diana mentioned that. She goes, I think there's an adjustment on the bottom, and mine's a Cheap Michael's one that is all plastic and all in one piece. So there's no adjusting, I'm afraid. Sort of a bummer. I'm like, oh, okay, he doesn't adjust. That's up. All right. Okay, so a couple of things here. Like I said, I want 2 corners and 1 middle. And let's see, well, maybe these 2 should be corners since they are. It doesn't really matter which way, there's always a corner. I don't want to make them the same corner. No, I think we're going to cover the corners and then we'll make that the box. Okay, so my thought was we don't want any of this bottom. Oh gosh, dog doesn't start now. Oh, come on. So that's great to stamp on or do something with. I sort of wanted it ripped, but I don't know if I can rip it without it. Oh wait, hold on. Let's see what it does. If I just sort of bend it, or does it naturally want to cut off? I guess I don't have to make it perfect. I can just let it do its thing and see what comes of it. It's like that one totally popped out. I'm going to want to glue that in. It's a pocket, but it's not going to be a pocket. It's going to look like everything's tucked inside it. But I didn't really want to actually have anything like out. Yeah, without cutting that part out. So we're going to glue it down to a point. And of course I made those perfect cuts and I'm going to have to do it again. Not perfect cuts, but we need to distress it some more. So we have that. We have texture instead of brick. Instead of a brick feel, we're going to have that texture. I'm glad to hear the dogs bark. I am sorry. Someone came home. And I don't think it was their family. So, because if they had come home, they wouldn't be barking in the backyard. They would be in the house. Oh, darn it. Okay, guys. I don't know what to do. Hopefully you guys don't hear it too much. We'll do that. I need to get the outside edges of this real quick. I could talk louder, but that may not be the best response, right? Because then they hear me too. Poor girls. They're 2 doggies. They're girlies. They're really sweet. If I went out there earlier, or I was going to go out there earlier, but then, you know, I'm like, oh, you quieted down, so I think we're okay. And then I realized, nope, not quite. They're home alone. I don't like it. It's not super cold out, but it's not super warm either. Alright, so there's that, and then we're going to tuck a bunch of things inside there. So I'm going to glue it somewhat down, because I want to make sure, and that's the other thing. Am I in camera? Yes, okay. We're not like tucking these in. We are tucking flowers in, but we're not, so I do need the room to tuck them in. But, let's see. Got this idea. Let's see what it does. Right? A little bit of beige on beige, but we want to, okay, so then hopefully we can tuck these cuties in. I'm going to have to maybe cut them a little bit better, which is the only thing I don't want to do with you guys. But I wanted to put flowers in there. I think I might have to trim them out and tuck them in better. I knew they were going to be light, and I knew they were going to be pretty see-through, because they are vellum. So they're not going to overly stick out until you glue them down really hard. And that's okay, too. It was just going to be a nice light rendition of what they are. But it's not like a clear sticker either, though. So that was my only worry, is that they weren't going to be enough. So I don't know. Actually, that might be cuter in that one. And you want to lay? I don't want to layer them. I want to make sure there's multitudes of them. They're not just making sure I have them in the right end. Like with the lace, there's a top and a bottom, right? There's a top and a bottom to the vellum too. What side has the ink on it and what doesn't. Interesting. I hear one of my girls. I don't know what she's making though. She's making something. Let's see. I know I'm off camera, I think, cutting these things. I'm just trying to find tentative roundness and ideas of where these are, because you can't see them that well. But I thought they'd be a nice light rendition. I just don't know if they're now too light with all the beige. Like, I want to tuck flower after flower after flower in here and treat it like a flower box. Like a garden, flower bed. There we go. Good Lord. Flower bed in your garden. And they're going to overlap, and they're going to be lots of them, and they're going to be different, and I want them to be, you know, I don't care how much I overlap them. They'll just look fuller that way. But I have these, and they're not easy to decorate anything else with. Anything else is going to have layers, and it's going to have a really hard time seeing it. So I figured a nice light, this one takes up the whole page, huh? Yeah, no, can't do that one. Okay. I need a little purple and blue. Oh, those are the same ones. Oh, no, different. Some different, some same. I knew we couldn't do too much more. What is my daughter doing? It sounds like she's cooking something, but I can't tell what she's cooking. She wanted to ask me a question, and I was like, I'm in the middle of, you know, filming. Okay, so we could do it this way. I don't want to hem and haw on this too much, but I thought they'd be cute. I don't know if it's coming out the way I want it to, guys. I think there's a lot more beige here than I realized, plus the way it's glued down. That might not be bad. I feel like we're gonna have to border it somewhat, though. It's a little bit of a... Yeah, if I thought he'd actually stand out some, he'd be cute, but... Oh, you know what? We're just gonna go for it. There's no point doing this, I don't know, ordeal. We're just gonna go for it. Nothing seriously lost. If, like, it just doesn't work, I mean, we keep working it, right? We either keep working on it, or we do something else with it, or... I'm gonna cover this sucker in all kinds of glue. Put them where I think they will work. Because I noticed that the where I glued some other things down, whew, they move and they bunch up. All right. Oh, that's right, the vellum. I forgot about that vellum, and I told you I'd always mention that the vellum and this don't always work good together because I have more luck with the tacky glue. All right, so we're gonna add some more glue on the inside because I do want that nailed down. We just got to decide how we're going to border this, I think. I think it's going to need a border on the bed. And I may only, this may be only one or two of these. We may not do this with, I have some sticker, and those pages might work a little bit better. Alright, we're going to just cut around the edges. We're not going to try to do the other thing with it. I got the basic shape back again, so I don't need to do too much. They're really light. They're really hard to tell. Everything is causing something else to come off the page. Well, this is going to be a learning curve, right? Okay, so we know that parchment paper doesn't Mod Podge well onto playing cards. Now, right, we've learned that lesson. Okay, we've learned that. Vellum on top of that is tricky also, so we may want to keep using... Probably not use because it is a different type of materials. It's not just paper. I think we're gonna be better with it. I know it's a little tackier and a little colder, but I have to God, I'm not out of picture this whole time. I'm pushing it. I'm sitting in a different spot too in my seat. All right, let's see what else needs to be. Anything maybe. I just think we can see it all. So I definitely feel spreckling it across, like the top half white. Will help maybe blend in some of the facts that there is definitely a glitter to that. And I don't know if you guys can even see anything. What can we see? There we go. Yeah, it's pretty harsh. Like, because it's not it isn't a sticker, those lines are pretty obvious that they're there. And hard to see. I mean, I like the idea. I think maybe the sticker would be easier. Alright, so I'll have to see what stickers I have and see how many of those left over. Yeah, spreckling with paint, for sure. When we're done, we're going to put paint over that, and I feel we need to put a little lace, maybe. We'll make it work. Maybe too much. This feels really hard. Not harsh, but it feels really heavy compared to everything else that's going on. But I feel like I need a bead of something, which, okay, I have glitter. What am I saying? I've got glitter. Give me a border without giving me... There we go. Let's do that. Mixed media, right? So we're not just using, you know, we're going to use glitter and paint and Paper, oh my. And da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I did notice that we're coming up. Since it's all glued down. There we go. Okay. Thursdays, I like, what did Miss Darcy from Mixed Media, Darcy's Misadventures. I call them just messy moments. I liked her misadventures much better. Things that didn't quite work as expected. There we go. That might work. Not going to either border completely or just leave it. No, let's leave it. I want to make it too obvious. I'm trying not to make it so obvious that there's a different ordeal. But this is getting somewhere. It's slowly but surely, but it is attempting something. Just not, of course, what I expected. So that's okay. I thought we just play. I wanted to show you guys something completely different. Well, different for me. Not my usual put a journal together or whatever. I wanted to play with something different. So we'll let that dry a little bit. See how it's going. This one is going to be the same ordeal as that. It's a little darker on the blue and the yellow. But yeah, we really have that problem where if it's not perfectly cut, and since these wildflowers are very, a lot of negative, whatever you want to call it, space. There's a lot of whatever left over. Can't cut all that out. I mean, I can, but it's great when you're doing it digitally. I can make it all blend in, but a little different when it's a sticker. Do a little bit more cutting. Let's see if I can get this a little tighter, because I can see these colors a little bit better. I say that, and then I find the light spot again. Jeez. Well, okay, so what are we up to? I appreciate if you're new. You're joining me on a very odd day. We're talking mixed media, we're talking botanicals, we're talking all kinds of weird materials. I need stickers. Oh, where are my stickers? Like, this is a sticker. It's a clear one, but it's a sticker. What else do I have? I can tell. I know there's stickers. That's a full hard copy, which that would totally change the whole concept. Here we go. That's the same one, but it's a sticker. Same one as a sticker. So maybe that one being at the corner again. We do that sticker because it's a little smaller. Let's see. Yeah, I noticed when I did a lot of the fussy cutting, it was like it was vinyl or it was a sticker, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is hard. That's a sticker. I don't know why they're upside down, but two for two, I guess. Yeah, it was a very odd piece I had to put together. All right, so in this case, we do the same corner, same direction. Like in either way, like we can just do some pretties here and go really make it pop. Now this one is a sticker, so if I wanted a little something that obviously was going to be harsher, like for sure, I could put that one behind these guys. Just find little things, I guess. These sort of hang in the corner. We might make it. We might do it. Okay, let's see if we can get these to maybe blend a little differently and we can get it to work in our favor. Even if I put that in the background. These are two separate technically. I had them together as how they were pictured, but I think if I pull them apart, I can actually get a little bit more use out of them. I can only, and I know they're on a sheet, but they're a clear sticker just by the feel of them. So, cute label paper. I'm gonna get a little bit more color behind these, and it won't be so bad. So I'm off camera, of course, trying to cut out some of the excess, even on these guys, because even as a sticker, you could only, push it down and braze it down so much before, you still see those too. I do a lot of happy planners, and we love the clear stickers. Because we can really layer things better and get a better feel, because paper stickers have a huge white border, right? That kiss cut, easy cut concept, and makes it really hard when you're layering. If you want to have that white border for that void, so that they're supposed to be that way, that's great. But even in our line of work, we don't really want to see everything. So let's see if I had that there. I could put the white behind it, because this one's going to go straight across. So this one, I could have the pink in the background more like, and have these do more like that. And then that one's on the top, and then our little boxes here in the front. That one might work as a mix. And then these two will stagger and put in a, you know, in a triangle the other direction. So, all right. We're going to do a little bit of everything, right? Just vellum, vellum and stickers, just stickers. I don't think I want to go that deep. Hold on, I'm off camera, aren't I? Oh, and I forgot about this one. Oh, this one could go behind. And I am putting the sticker sort of on top of the vellum to sort of maybe hide the fact, not hide it, but help blend that vellum a little bit better. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, pull that up. Put that off camera, I have a feeling. I just hope I'm in the right direction of all this. Alright, there we go. I know I moved a little bit. Sorry guys. Let's see what we can do. Alright, there we go. Alright, so don't ever waste paper, but at the same time, my twang comes out. Sorry about that. Here, we'll do this. We're gonna, yeah. We know we need across the bottom, but that's not enough. Makes the words upside down, but that's okay too. Yeah, that's the side that's already distressed, so we sort of want to work with that. Drop the scissors. Okay. That's not big or long enough, but we'll make it work. I'll cut it in half and we'll overlay it somehow. Okay. So we need to stress the edges a little bit. I know it ends up in the same direction as the other one, but I didn't want to... I don't think I want to try to mess with it too much, this paper. Once you start cutting the embossed papers, it is definitely not something that stays intact. It's not something that stays intact. I debated about that for a second, but no, I don't think so. We'll keep it upside down. We really don't care that the words are right side up or upside down. And then we're going to just flip it around. We'll do that one down here. We'll do this one up here. So let's just get the bottom glued. Yeah, it works fine to begin with, but we can't. And these are stickers, so I don't have to worry about the glue after that. We just want to make sure there's enough glue here in the bottom. I can still sticker them in. I could always cut the stickers, of course, to blend it if it absolutely just doesn't want to stay where I want it to go. There we go. And then let's get these in here and see what happens. Yeah. See, I need those little stickers. Hold on. This does have a lot of white still attached to it. A lot more than I realized. Even though, yes, we know that it's going to get... Well, it's getting cut off anyway. Who cares? Alright, we're just going to push it down. We're just going to go, nope, we're done. We're going to push really, really hard. We're going to just... See, yeah, the sticker definitely just blends in a little bit better right off the bat. Doesn't mean it stays that way, but... Let me guess. I need to get those up a little bit more. Okay, so cutting up and polished paper, not so easy. Not the end all. I'm going to cut it because I need it to get down farther. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's brighter. You can see the color better, and that part is great. But, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it was a shot in the dark. It was something new. Wanted to see what it would do. I think I liked the idea, but in the end, I think it ended up being a little bit, because of all the beige, a little harder to see than I expected. Just a little harder than I expected to see. I was, like I said, I wasn't sure. We're going to do what I do on everything else. We're going to add some more color down there. Try not to waste anything if we can help it. Oh, enough scraps, right? It's stuck to me. There we go. Okay. So now it's attached, I can get a little bit more ink on it. And we're going to stitch, I think, to that gold finish, since everything's very antique-y and whatnot. So I definitely want to do that again. I like the that little border effect. So far it's either not drying or it's drying well, so it don't look like it's washed out. There we go. So it's a little bit brighter than it was before, you know, I mean, than the other one. Still having a little bit of issues on the gluing, but I think between the two it definitely has more color. But I don't know. Well, like I said, we'll spreckle the poop out of them with some paint, and we'll see how that works. Wow. Well, how rude. Nothing wants to stay glued down. Glitter. Glitter everywhere. Okay, so we're 50-50. Like, it's not good, not bad. This time I think I'm going to put these where I want, and then I'm going to... We're going to cut this in half and see what we get. I'm afraid to cut it in half. God, I'm afraid to cut it in half. There we go. I'm thinking we're just going to do a little bit of... I don't know. The corner's actually sort of done for me, so... Oh, we just need a little bit, right? We'll just do a little bit of extra in that corner or something. We'll find a way. Okay. Well, let's get what we know for sure. It's easy. This is sort of a hanging cherry piece that was in the... These are from older. This is, well, I think it might have started out as something else, and then it ended up in the Wildflower Botanical. It ended up in a couple of spots, I think. Alright. Got a cute little something hanging from the top. We know where this is going to go on the bottom, so now I can get everything else to line up. But yeah, I don't know. Hold on. Trying to see if there's... It's not quite as white because I didn't quite get it enough. I don't need much. Just need this little bit. An idea of where it goes, and then I'm gonna do this the opposite way this time. We're gonna get it down where I think it needs to go, and then we'll work on the rest. And then we'll put it on top instead of trying to get it all tucked underneath, because I have to do this in pieces this time. So, and let's get. Makes me wonder if the glitter of that glue is actually making it a little different. Okay, and of course my daughter went outside, so the dogs are now barking again. Or she let a cat in, I'm not sure which. I forgot to put up my filming sign, like I mentioned the other day, the the on-air sign, I forgot to put it up. Oh well. Not that they're that much quieter, but at least they don't have to walk out here, because she started to, and I was like, no, hold on. But... Oh, goodness gracious. Sticker, there we go. Well, hopefully this is inspiring something, or will lead to... I put it upside down, didn't I? No. Back, give it back. No. Oh my gosh, between the glue and the sticker. Darn it. And this is pretty thin stuff. Okay, come on. Oh, I realized once I put it down that the stem was straight up. I was like, no. Oh, now that's going to have to probably be stuck down, but... Okay. I'm like, well, they're definitely not sticking out as much as I thought they would. Oh, that was supposed to be underneath. Well, we'll put it in the far corner. Yeah, they're all sort of just blending in together. So definitely just as light as the rest. It didn't stick out anymore, which is okay too, but there we go. I'll just get it all, using it to get everything glued. Now that my fingers are sticking. I know better. I should have my silicone, my little silicone. Oh, darn dog. Yeah. Oh, there's not one thing, it's something else. Love the puppers, but they're not mine, and so I can't do much about it. But okay, so we'll do that. We'll overlay that. And I don't know if they can hear me in here or not. They didn't know this morning. They didn't seem to mind, but definitely different. You know, it's overlaid, but the vellum to the sticker to the vellum, and you really can't. You just have a lot of different fluff. I don't know if there's anything really enhanced there. So, sort of a bummer, but that's alright. Alright, so let's get that. Let's get this all down. So we have our little patchwork of box down here. Yes, make sure I have it the right way. And there we go. Yeah, it's sticky. Definitely have them a little stickier than usual, but oh, it moves. Okay, there we go. We'll cut the corners and we'll make it work. Do a little bit of glue, and then, you know, we have sort of our... But hey, I was trying to find a way to use the paper in a new way, in a different way, and some different definitions. Or you know, to define some stuff to make it a little more obvious. That's all about the botanicals, and it's all, you know, so gardens and botanicals sort of should go side by side. Oh, someone delivered something or showed up. Okay. And yeah, alright, let's touch that up. We'll get our glue, get our purple, get our gold going. And then I think we're done, ladies and gentlemen. I just really wanted a quick little craft with you guys. This was something I wanted to work on. I gotta go work on a fabric flip for the skinny journal. That one's just too much to do on the, not too much, but it's like, it's noisy, and you know, you can't really see much with the way the machines are. So we'll go work on a fabric flip, and what I might do is a bonus. I know there's a lot of little things I have to do, and it's not possible to do them on camera, or it takes too much time, and so I may do a bonus video this week, or into this weekend, because I don't have, you know, I'm not doing a reveal this weekend. Maybe I'll do a quick flip through of some of the things I created off camera, so you guys can see that. But there you go. Isn't that sort of cute? I mean, they don't super stand out. But if I really wanted to, the only thing left would be to put either vertical or horizontal word on each one of them. And the flowers, as little as they are just a light speck of color in the background. You know, I mean, it's hard. The glitter, the vellum is so shiny to begin with. Stickers overlaid was a little better. You know, gave us a little bit more pop of color. But still pretty pale. This one, you know, and same thing with here, so. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, some cute little cards. Try to make some flower bed cards. I would definitely suggest maybe solid flowers. The solid flowers would definitely stick out, but they were white, and you could see the white, and that is what I didn't really want. So I was trying to go for a light enhancement of the flowers. So, hey, trial and error, all good. Love the concept. At least, you know, it doesn't hurt to try something new and see what it does. That's all we can do. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining along as we did a little mixed media here as we're playing along with our silly cards. You know, oh, speckled, huh? I guess I'll have to show you guys later because this needs to dry. I know that this needs to dry before I go try and cover it up and put any white stuff. So yes, we'll keep an eye out for the bonus video of a flip through of what's going on with both journals, what I got done that I couldn't do on camera. And you'll get a bonus video Friday, Saturday, or Sunday to show what I've been up, you know, what I've got done and what I'm up to when it comes to these two journals. See, I just did it. Oh, I can't. It gets caught every so often. The tops and these do not line up well, and your needles don't hold, and so then you can't get through them, and then you lose them. Like you end up bending them. Ugh, I give up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are done for the day. Quick and easy, hopefully to the point, something fun, hopefully a little bit of encouragement and or inspiration. And I love you all, and I will talk to you all real soon. Bye-bye.